Fam TV Sports with Wale Scott. It's our World Cup show. Don't forget, on the screen, our social media handles are there. Fam TV Sports on Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. Sylvester Nicol, welcome on the show as usual.
Thank you, Mr. Wale.
Now, before I start the show per se, there's this sports trivia I want to talk about. Now, on this day, 20 years ago, Portugal beat the Netherlands 1-0 in the World Cup round of 16 matches in a match dubbed the Battle of Nuremberg. That's not the story. It still holds the record for the most yellow cards and red cards in a World Cup game. 16 yellow cards and 4 red cards.
The match must have been very, very intense.
Yeah, it's the highest amount of cards received in a World Cup game in the history of the World Cup. 16 yellow cards.
How many red cards?
4.
4 red cards. Obviously, they should
In
be
90
red
minutes.
Imagine if they had played 120 minutes, what would have happened?
Wow. Let's go to the main story now. The World Cup itself has been expanded, so there are more teams in the World Cup. I think there are positives in that.
Yes, especially for African countries. I would applaud Gianni Infantino for this because he's trying to bring in more countries to participate, for other fans to feel to have the experience of what it is like when you have footballing worlds come together. So it's an interesting...
Let me crack a joke. I think it's good that some countries who never thought in their history they would ever be at the World Cup are there. And when I heard Curacao, I had to go and Google it. I have never heard Curacao before in my entire life. I don't know if you have.
I don't think so.
Wow. But countries like Curacao are at the World Cup. They won't qualify, shall, but at least they are there. And it will be in the history of their country that Curacao, a small island country, was at the World Cup. I don't think they ever thought in their history they would ever be at the biggest stage in football.
But you know, it's interesting that when they lost their match, their players were crying. I was wondering, why are they crying?
Were they planning to win?
Exactly. They should be happy because it's a milestone for them being in the World Cup and playing against players that they probably never thought they would ever meet in their life.
They only see them on TV.
So it's a good thing for them. I expect them to just be celebrating all through and just enjoy the moment while it lasts. And hopefully they qualify for the next World Cup in the next 4 years.
Okay, now, if you were to be asked, who would you think the player that everybody expected everything from at the World Cup would eventually flop? Who would you name without thinking?
Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, we expected too much from him. The men of the World Cup are Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. I'll come to Messi later. Cristiano Ronaldo has not been him. Is it fatigue? Is it age? Is he finished?
I think it's just age. He's pushing himself just to
How
do
many
this.
years?
He's having a last dance.
Ronaldo and Messi are about in the same age gap.
I think he's older than Messi by 2 years.
By 2 years. Well, they're in the same age gap. If they were in a church, they would be in the same group.
Well, Messi's own is there's something you called Abinibi.
Yeah.
Inbuilt. Ronaldo trained for
Works
it.
towards it, yeah.
So you can't compare something that you have God-given talent to something that you train for. It's not comparable.
Well, that's true now. Okay, Lionel Messi. Would you predict that he might be the highest goal scorer in this tournament?
Playing against Jordan, I don't know if their coach is going to start him or want to rest him because of fatigue, but I would want to say if you should play against Jordan, he should have at least 3 to 4 goals. By that, he should be the highest goal scorer in the tournament.
Fams TV Sports. Don't forget, it's the World Cup show. We're discussing the World Cup extensively. Our social media handles are on the screen right now. Fam TV Sports on Facebook, on YouTube, and on TikTok. We'll take a short break. We'll come back. Stay with us. Fam TV Sports, welcome back. Do not forget, our social media handles are on the screen. Fam TV Sports on YouTube, on TikTok, and on Facebook. Now, Sylvester, quickly before we go to the next topic, what do you see? We've discussed Messi. You say if he starts him against Jordan, it just might be an issue. But let's come to Messi now. The match that Messi played, that obviously was a red card offense. Definitely.
It was obvious.
But you see, it's obvious that Gianni Infantino, sorry to say, is all about the money. We all know FIFA is a business enterprise. Forget sports and fair play and beauty of the game and blah, blah, blah. They want to make money. And that's why every time they have a water break, they play adverts.
Yeah.
It's all about the money right now. So it's obvious that Messi is the face of Argentinian football. They didn't want him off that pitch, so they turned a blind eye to that obvious red card offense.
Mr. Wale, you are spot on, because if it were to be another player, they wouldn't take twice before they call the red card. You can't have Argentina starting a match and Messi not in the match, because there are some fans that only came to just to come and see Messi, nothing else. They only came to just see Messi and watch him play. So it's not something that is interesting not having Messi play for Argentina. And I think that was why the coach actually had to sub him immediately, because they actually feel that if he does any other foul, the referee just have no choice than to card him.
There's a problem. I'll tell you the problem now. Matthew Cunha, okay, has surprised everybody. He's not a regular starter for Brazil, the Seleção. No, he's not. But he started 2 matches time around, 3 goals. He surprised the world. And he got that chance because Neymar. This is where I'm going to about bringing your star players to make money. Neymar was injured. He was put on that list despite the fact that he was injured. To go and do what then? He hasn't played since the game started. He's obviously still injured. Why take Neymar? Why not somebody else?
Neymar is the poster boy for Brazil. So you don't expect Brazil going to a World Cup without Neymar. And I think in the first match, it affected them. So Neymar being there now is not... Even the match that he played, I didn't really see his impact, but just because it's Neymar and they want to have probably like a set of players that are having their last dance for all of them to just score. So I feel that's why Neymar was included in the squad for Don Carlo Ancelotti.
Let's look at the African teams that have already qualified. That's Morocco,
South Africa,
and Cote d'Ivoire.
Yeah.
Now, everybody is contemplating. Every pundit in Africa right now is saying the only team that can make a positive impact at the World Cup with Morocco.
Yes.
Why would they say that?
Morocco, their football style is not African.
It's almost European.
Yes. So, and the caliber of players that they have, majority of them play outside of Morocco. So they have the experience of what it feels like playing against the big boys, the so-called big boys that we have in football. And their coach has been there for a while, so the experience is there, the togetherness. The players have been playing together for a while. And at the last World Cup, Morocco was the only team that got to the semi-final. So I think they are building on where they left off in the last World Cup. And let's see, hopefully this time, maybe they'll make it to the final.
Yes, consistency is key. No doubt about that. Consistency is key. However, if we're talking about consistency in the African teams at the World Cup right now, Senegal is the most consistent. They've had their coach for like forever. Same thing with Morocco. And they play very physical football. What's their problem?
For Senegal, I think they have more of old legs than Morocco. If you look, the likes of Koulibaly, Oumane, Riyad Mahrez, even their goalkeeper, Edouard Mendy, I think it's high time the Senegalese national team look at the players they have. But I think their under-23 team has a core of good players, so they should see how they can integrate those players with the present core of national team footballers.
What can Cote d'Ivoire do?
Cote d'Ivoire, the only thing they can do is just play what they have to play, and let's see how it goes, because their players have not really performed as I expected. Someone like Amad Diallo, even Yan Diamonde, has not really given the spark that everybody's expected, but he's just there. He's not blowing hot, he's not blowing cold.
Now, I'm saying this without fear of favor. I am not a fan of the Bafana for obvious reasons. You cannot, it's like saying you beat a child and you tell the child not to cry. That's not your business now. It's true. You have already beaten the child, it's a punishment. If the child chooses to cry, he cries.
It's his choice.
It's his choice. Now, where I'm going to now is that South Africa's case is like that. You are harassing my brothers, harassing them in your country, beating them, sending them out, and you are demanding my support. How now?
I'm also in favor of South Africa. All their matches, I was anti-South Africa.
But you can't demand my support when you're harassing my people now. You can't.
And they feel like it's something that is a privilege that they have to get. The African teams have to support them. Nobody's supporting them. Everybody's against them. Who would support you when you are doing something bad? When you are killing or refusing your African brothers in your own country, you are sending them back.
And you want our support.
It doesn't work like that.
The coach has even said this well. I like him. He said by qualifying, they have shut the big mouths up. Now we they talk.
Let's see how far they go by qualifying, because I never expected South Africa to qualify, but it is what it is. It is football.
Farms TV Sports with Wale Scott, of course, is the World Cup show. We'll take a short break. We'll come back. Stay with us. TV Sports with Wale Scott, the World Cup show. Welcome back. Don't forget our social media handles on the screen. TV Sports on TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. Now, Sylvester, let's try and break it down into bits and pieces. We have not seen the best of Erling Haaland.
Yeah.
I have not seen it. I'm a big fan, but I've not seen it yet. I'm not a Man City fan, but I'm a big fan of Erling Haaland. I'm a Man U fan, and Matheus Cunha has impressed so far. But technically, with what you've watched now, which team do you think will make it all the way?
First on the list, Le Bleu, France. Then Argentina, England, Spain. The German teams have not, their last game against Ecuador, I was expecting them to win, but they lost against Ecuador, who hasn't played so well in this competition. So I'm not so convinced
About the German national
How many
team
players in the DM shaft, the German machines, did the coach drop for them to have lost to Ecuador? Ecuador are a decent team too.
He didn't really drop anybody except from one of their defender, Shuttleback, who has been who is not going to be longer in any part of the competition anymore because of a broken leg.
So, like Nigerians will say, he had a full squad.
He had a full squad.
Against
he started Kai Havertz, Florian Wirtz, Rudiger. The normal 11, he started everybody, but
What went wrong in that game?
I think Ecuador.
What I saw is that Ecuador came into that game like with an inferiority complex, like underdogs, and their resilience was super.
They came in as underdogs.
They never stopped running. They went at the Germans with all their strength and their heights. They took the German shafts to the shelf.
It was that the never say die attitude that they had. That was what saw them through, and just because of that one win that they had yesterday was what is taking them to the next round.
Yes.
If they had lost or drew that game yesterday, they would have been out of the competition. But their players gave it all they had, and I think the Germans they had this lackluster attitude. They were relaxed, like they felt, well, it's Ecuador, they've not played anything in this competition, that they were going to whitewash them, but reverse was the case.
You are taking out the fact that Ecuador was actually very resilient. You are saying that Germany came into that match with a superiority complex.
Yes, they were. I think they were full of themselves. Like, well, it's Ecuador. There's nothing to play for. They've lost all their matches, and we'll just run through them. But it never happened like that.
So you've picked the Spanish national
Yes.
team, the Three Lions, the Deerman Shafts, the Le Bleu,
Netherlands also.
Netherlands, yeah.
Then African country Morocco.
The Netherlands, for me, they've not played before the World Cup started. I expected more from the Netherlands. I haven't seen. They are trying, but I haven't seen all of what they can do.
Yeah, but let's
They've
wait
not come on full throttle yet.
Let's
For
wait
me.
till this. Now they are separating the boys from the men.
Yes.
So now it's time to see the men in their full glory.
Jungle don't mature.
So now let all the boys we are going
Yeah.
to start giving all they have, because now it is either lose it, take it or win it. Go
it's
for
knockout
it.
stage, yeah.
So if you lose, you are out. There's no second leg. There's no coming back. So now everybody they are going to start giving all their best. So now we are going to see what it takes to be a man.
On the hot seats, who would you see in the finals? Okay, let's start with semi-finals. 4 teams.
4 teams: France, Argentina, Spain, and Morocco.
Portugal is not there.
Portugal is not there.
Finals.
Finals: Argentina, France.
I don't know if you guys agree with him. But all I know is Argentina, France in the finals. Okay, you pick Morocco in semi-finals.
Yes.
Like they will get there again now.
They'll get there again.
Like
They should get
like
there
deja
again.
vu.
Yes, they should get there again with
It's not me that said
Saibiri,
it.
Ashraf Hakimi, Brahim Diaz. They are doing a very solid work.
It's not me that said it, it's him. So if it doesn't work like that, he's the one that said it. So on the final notes, we'll wrap up the show. Thank you very much, Sylvester Nicole.
Thank you, Mr. Wale.
Farm TV Sports, check our social medias out. It's there on the screen, right there. Join us next time, of course, on Farm TV Sports with Wale Scott. It's the World Cup special until the World Cup ends. So join us next time on the show. My name is Wale Scott, of course. Like I always advise you, at the end of every show, If not for anything, at least for your hearts, do some sports.